Oh, hello. My name's Dr. Tracy Diner. I am a wellness doctor, and thank you for watching this. I wanted to share with you some information I have spent the last years researching on electrical magnetic fields and how they affect our body. At this point, I have lots of knowledge that I would love to share. I know that there are going to be a lot of wellness professionals on here. Hopefully, you'll be able to take this information and share with your people as well. Just a little bit of my background. I am a wellness doctor, chiropractor, cranial specialist, SOT work, and applied kinesiology specialist. So I have been fighting the good fight, keeping our patients well for years now, almost over 25. And during this time, I was using special magnets that increase blood flow, decrease pain and inflammation for my patients. And I was doing research on electromagnetic fields at 4G at this point, take this off. And 4G was so strong that it was affecting our health, but 5G was coming and it was even worse. So I went to work to try and figure out a solution, a simple solution that would help my patients. And in that knowledge, I found out that when you put a special magnet, there's laws of physics. When you put a special magnet in an electric field, which is us, it increases that electrical energy, counteracting what was happening with this 5G. So here's going to be a presentation on explaining a little bit about what happens to our body and then what we can do with some simple solutions to counteract it. So I hope that this is helpful to you guys. And at the end, we can take questions. We'll have some information on where you can contact if you were sent this link, who to contact so that you can get some further information from us. Okay, so I'm going to share have a PowerPoint. So hang with me, got some good pictures, and then we can talk at the end with people with questions. So 5G, the good, the bad, and the ugly. What are EMFs and what do they do? Electrical magnetic fields. And that they call it electrical magnetic fields because electric and magnetic are tied together. You don't see them, taste them, touch them, smell them, but they are there. They have an electric and a magnetic component. So what emits EMFs? So EMFs are emitted by, we're such a high-tech society now, we have it everywhere. Cell phones, Wi-Fi, routers, Bluetooth, smart meters, microwaves, laptops, cell towers, even baby monitors, and satellites that are pointing at Earth are also doing that. So all of that is being bombarding our body, whether we don't know about it because we don't taste it, touch it, or smell it. Okay, but it is there. 2003, you can see this map. You'll see the purple. Those are cell towers around the United States and a couple little bit here in Europe. And so we'll fast forward to 2018. You'll see a tremendous amount of purple and even yellow. Those are very high density amounts of cell towers throughout our country. And you look at Europe, bombarded as well. The other thing to know is that we have satellites that are surrounding our Earth, pointing electromagnetic radiation 24/7 now around us. As a matter of fact, I've spent a lot of time in Florida recently, and almost every week a rocket goes up, bringing another satellite into orbit. So we have these satellites pointing at Earth constantly. So if you think you can get away from it, unfortunately, you cannot. And also, 4G replaced 3G, but 5G did not replace 4G. They are two different frequencies, and they're both out there now affecting our bodies in different ways. Unfortunately, 5G is 20 times stronger than 4G, and there are certain countries not even allowing it because this is what our country looks like now. Cell towers everywhere. We are blanketed now in our world with cell towers, which emit electromagnetic fields. Not only cell towers, but it's all the other things that I just told you as well. But this is just basically to show you, you cannot live on the planet without being exposed tremendously now to electromagnetic fields. So why does that matter? Why do you care? Well, we're electric. Our heart, our brain, our nervous system, our muscles, our mitochondria, remember those from science class? Mitochondria produces ATP for all the energy in every cell in our body to function. Well, it is the most susceptible of everything in our body, as a matter of fact. Cell membranes are electric currents, they make them vulnerable to the negative effects of EMFs. Now, these biomagnets are not a normal magnet. This is not the refrigerator magnets. This is a special biomagnet that I have made and I used in my clinic, and now we're using in Magnetude jewelry. Increases your cellular voltage. A healthy cell is a high voltage cell. People that are sick, people that have cancers have a low cell voltage. So these biomagnets help to increase our cell voltage, which is a very, very good thing. So effects on calcium channels in your electric cells. So calcium channels are extremely affected by electrical magnetic fields as well. And what happens is the trillions of cells in our body that have these cell membranes They have what's a voltage-gated calcium channel. And when a foreign EMF signal, like a cell phone, hits the cell, it literally causes the doors of these calcium channels to stay stuck open. And what happens then is allowing excess calcium to flow into a cell seconds after exposure. This can break DNA. It can cause cancer. It can break the blood-brain barrier. It can cause male and female infertility, psychiatric symptoms, oxidative stress, leading to inflammation in our body, heart irregularities, hormonal disruptions, to name a few. So there's research out there that shows there's ionizing and non-ionizing radiation. Ionizing is the radiation that you know, like as X-rays, gamma rays, microwave. We know that those are bad for us and they cause us effects. Non-ionizing radiation, which is what electrical magnetic fields from cell phones and Wi-Fi and that sort of thing have been deemed, it supposedly does not cause breakage in the DNA. That's why they call it non-ionizing. However, latest research shows that it does break the DNA. So we are not being told everything that we should be told for our health and how it's being affected. So some of the harmful effects that you might see. So being wellness professionals on here, or chiropractors or physical therapists or Reiki masters, whatever your area of expertise is where you're helping people, you're going to have people present to you with some of these symptoms: fatigue, ringing in the ears, problems sleeping, headaches, learning problems, eye problems, heart problems, balance problems, leg cramps. I guarantee you that your first thought at the top of your mind is not, "Ooh, someone's coming in with a headache. They must be overexposed to EMFs." Or your children might be having learning problems. They're overexposed to EMFs. Or eye problems, right? So I'm bringing this to your attention because you are a health professional, you are going to see these exact symptoms that you probably already treat, but may not have thought that, I wonder if electromagnetic fields could have an effect that may be causing some of these symptoms. So that is the whole key crux here, so that I can get you guys to be aware to help more people. Symptoms and effects of EMF exposure and oxidative stress. As we know, oxidative stress causes inflammation in our body, which is almost a part of every disease known to man. So, and that's EMFs cause more inflammation in our body, which is the last thing that our bodies need. So some of the symptoms you could have: headaches, fatigue, sleep disturbances, depression, difficulty concentrating, rashes, tinnitus. I've actually had people wear our jewelry who had rashes, and the rashes went away after wearing our jewelry because of the magnets. Some of the stuff blows me away, but it decreases inflammation and decreases pain. We'll get into that. But that's another, sometimes people have rashes because of their body is reacting to the EMFs around them. Memory loss, digestive issues, chronic sore throats, decreased sperm count, irritability, brain fog, dizziness, nausea. I mean, the list goes on. You have it here. High blood pressure, increased blood sugar, and diabetes. Research, I have more research we'll talk about that diabetes can be helped by increasing your body's ability to produce insulin with increasing your magnetics in your body. So we'll get to there, but I wanted to share the research. Now, just so you know, none of this is my opinion. I have spent years and years researching, and as a matter of fact, all of this research is on the tab of the website of the person that sent this to you under the Wellness and Research tab. Painstakingly highlighted all of the pertinent information, all university research, study, double blind. Everything has to be, I can't say something if it is not accurate, and all of the research is there for you to look at if you would like to. But for example, the World Health Organization 2011 classified EMFs as a class 2B, which is a possible carcinogen. And basically after this research, latest research shows that it should really be made a class 2A, which is a probable carcinogen, like lead and cigarettes and DDT and malathion. 29 international scientists from over 20 countries on the health environment of effects of electromagnetic fields. Their conclusion was that continued rollout of wireless technologies jeopardized global health and recommended stricter biological-based standards, lower exposure limits, and more cautious science-based approach. 2015, there were 220 scientists from 41 nations signed the International Scientists' Appeal. Their warnings included cell phones, infrastructure, Wi-Fi, smart meters, as well as devices like baby monitors and commercial broadcast uses. All were having harmful effects. And then more research. There was the Oceania Radiofrequency Scientific Adversary Association, there's a mouthful for you, looked at almost 2,400 peer-reviewed papers published since the year 2000. 61% of those papers showed negative biological effects from this technology. Another study shows 593 out of 1,919 reviewed papers on non-ionizing radiation showed effects on animals and plants. Yes, plants are affected, and animals. They have the same cell structure we do. Yep. So it is justified to conclude that EMF radiation exposure can change neurotransmitter function, blood-brain barrier morphology, electrophysiology, cellular metabolism, calcium efflux we just talked about, and gene and protein expression in certain types of cells, even at lower intensities. There's a big mouthful. That is a tremendous amount of negative things. If you have a chance to go back and just reread that, horrible of what it's going to be doing to our health. So 64% showed biological effects. 64% of the studies showed that these supposed non-ionizing radiation, major effects here. Okay, another study, 93 out of 100, 93% of peer-reviewed study dealing with oxidative effects from low-intensity radio frequencies, that's what this is, confirmed that RFR induces oxidative effects in the biology system, and oxidative stress should be recognized as one of the primary mechanisms of the biological activity of this kind of radiation. Currently, basically, they're looking at heat. Does it heat your head? Otherwise, there's no negative side effects. Honestly, that's what they're doing. So let me show you. Here's how cell phones are tested. They take a model like this, they fill it up. It's 97% larger. This is like a 6'4" man, the size model that they used. They fill this model up with water, salt, and sugar, not reflective of our brain tissue. And they put a phone 5 to 15 millimeters apart from the head, and they put the phone on for 6 minutes, and then they see if it increased the water in the model. That's it. That was the test to see whether cell phones are affecting our health or not. Okay, well, we know that that's not true. We know that that's not the effect. And the average person, I think their latest research, the cell phones are used 5 hours a day. Okay, hopefully not on your head. But so let's look at, so now we know it's not good for us. What can we do to counteract it? It's not all gloom and doom. You have things that you can do. So one, eliminate the source if you can. So if you can't, distance is your friend. Create distance. Keep your phone a foot away from you. Use a speaker or air tube, headphones. Do not keep a phone by your bed. It is not a clock. Use a digital clock or put your phone in airplane mode. The clock will still work. You can use wired internet if possible. Most people probably won't. A simpler solution might be put your router in a room that you're not using. Put it on a timer if you want. You can shut it off at night so you're not being bombarded at night. That's a nice way to relax your body from being exposed. But keep it away from you. So don't put it in your office where you are. Don't put it in your room where you sleep or your living room. Put it in the hallway. Mine's in my basement. Put it as far away from you as you can. Also, laptops are really not supposed to be on your lap. They emit electromagnetic fields as well. You can remove your smart meter. Smart meters do a ping of electrical bursts every minute to determine how much electricity your house is using, and they send that signal back to your electrical provider. There's no need. Okay, you can pay it is based on where you live, but most companies allow you to remove your smart meter, put the older digital meter, and they come and read it once a month. I pay an extra $5. I spoke with someone else yesterday, pay an extra $15. It costs, I think, $75 to have it removed. Well worth it so that you don't have a huge burst of EMFs every minute at your at your home. And the other thing, wear Magnetude jewelry. EMFs are around you 24/7. I'm going to show you why I tell you this, because this was a solution specifically for this. We have necklaces, bracelets, earrings, and we even have an atlas pin to place on your body that is not a necklace for people that don't. But here's the deal. So for those of you that are wellness professionals, you know that we have pillars of health. And as a chiropractor, we're taught you have physical health, you have chemical health, you have emotional health. And if you can maintain and handle 3 of those areas, you have a healthy human being. 1 goes down, 2 can still support the person. If 2 go down, you probably have an unhealthy individual. If 3 go down, you have a very sick individual. Well, another pillar that I'm saying is important is electrical. So you have physical, chemical, emotional, and you have an electrical pillar of health. And this is what we're talking about today to try and help support that electrical health. Okay. Magnet therapy has been around a long time. It requires applying a rare earth magnet directly or near the body. It does not have to be on the skin, just has to be in the energy field. As I mentioned earlier, our website has a wellness and research tab. Everything you'll find there, university research studies showing benefits of magnet therapy, improving joint pain and arthritis. Okay, we treat that every day, all day long, right? Musculoskeletal disorders, yep. Gout, headaches, yep. Diabetes, heart issues, inflammatory issues, depression, PTSD, shingles. The list goes on. There is research on that tab that shows these magnets helping with all that with no negative side effects. Let's say that again, because we all know we've spent our lives keeping people away from drugs and surgery. I know I have, if possible. Can't always do it, but if we try, there's no negative side effects. Okay, that's the major beauty of this. Now, there's laws of physics. Ampere's law, Faraday's law, and Lorentz law. All three of these laws of physics tell you that when you put in a magnetic field and an electric field, that's you, that it improves your cellular voltage at your cellular level. So that's what we're talking about. And that's why it has such a great effect. Do, 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 do. Welcome to Magnetude Jewelry, a new concept in therapeutic jewelry. My partner and I, my partner's an artist, Candice Loren, and she has been creating gorgeous pieces of jewelry so that you'll actually want to wear them. So we have people that buy our jewelry just because it's pretty. And I get more compliments on my jewelry now than I ever did with my real diamonds and expensive jewelry. So I don't know, I think it's a magnetic thing that it's people are attracted to it. But it is beautiful jewelry. I want you to see this. All interchangeable, very affordable. So we're going to go through this. Magnetic jewelry we use the strongest biomagnets available. I have them made. They are, and this may not mean anything to you, but they're N52 magnets, which is the highest rating you can, 4,000 Gauss, which is the strongest magnet that you can get. And we gold plate them. So they look like they're a jewelry quality, but those are on the back of all of our what we call tudes. These tudes interact, they interchange, they're gemstones that go in and out of bracelets, necklaces, and earrings. These magnets improve blood flow, decrease pain, whether it's back, neck, knee, arthritis, improve quality of sleep. We're just talking about this when the doctors before we started. Sleep is one of the first things that we hear people notice. They sleep better. It just helps with that. Improving strength and vitality, increasing cell voltage and metabolism for increased healing, and counteracting the harmful effects of EMFs. On our jewelry, we have two magnets, large and small. That'll come up to you later. Well, the Tinytude, Megatude. Those are the two things that you'll notice. But designed with your health in mind, you can see beautiful jewelry. Okay, we have, this is our sports line. I'll show you a few of those things. Just a little bit of each of our jewelry. You could layer them, one of our new models. But our healthy jewelry, this neodymium magnet attach all of our toots to our bases. The neodymium magnet, we've talked about counteracts EMFs by adding energy back at the cellular level that you are basically being stolen because your mitochondrial function is being decreased by EMFs around you. So that means your body doesn't have all the energy it needs to heal, to regenerate, to regrow, to all the thousands and thousands of functions that your cells do every moment of every day. So, and it's being stolen. So it's like gasoline being stolen out of the tank. These magnets are like putting gasoline back in the tank. That's what they do. So we also have, I try to squeeze as much healthy things as I can. On the back side, all surgical stainless steel, by the way, there's no base metals in anything. Our chains are surgical stainless steel. Our bases are surgical stainless steel. And on the back of every piece, we have even more frequencies, infrared, negative ion, and germanium. Infrared increasing more blood flow, negative ions increasing serotonin. We lose that as we age. It's a little mood booster. And germanium helps with the anti-inflammatory properties as well. But by far the most important thing are the magnets. The frequencies help, but it's the magnets that do most of the work. So how does our jewelry work? For example, you pick a base. It could be a necklace. It could be a bracelet. It could be earrings, anything. Two size magnets, the small magnet and the large magnet. Tinytude, Megatude. Tinytude, Megatude. Today you're in a green mood. You put the Tinytudes on and put one on each. Boom, done. Tomorrow you're in a purple mood. There you go. Change them out. So it's the same piece done differently. That's as simple as it is. Now, I just released this 2 weeks ago, I have just created our new Magna Wrap. So Magnitude Jewelry is no longer just a jewelry company. We have two new items. We have a Magna Wrap. Very proud of this. As a matter of fact, we actually just sold out. We will be back in stock in about 2 weeks because it is just flying out. We're having such great success with these wraps. These wraps are very thin. They have 6 magnets inside. I'll show you another photo. You can put them on your ankle, your foot, your elbow, your knee. They are fantastic. They're comfortable and very, very light and thin. They can go underneath your supports. I made them as a support, but not truly supportive like you would have a brace. So they could go underneath your brace. If you have a patient who has a wrist issue or a knee problem, this would go directly underneath the brace to increase blood flow, decrease that pain, and decrease that inflammation. There are 6 of our most powerful magnets in there, and you can put them wrapped. Now, the other thing I designed is it so that you can combine the 2 of them together for larger areas. For, say, your hip. The hip is, I was at an event and going like crazy. I put 2 together. I have some great testimonials. I haven't even gotten to use them yet, of someone in one of our events came in wearing a cane, left not wearing a cane, and with her magnets over her hip. So I can't tell you enough about how good these magnets are with these no side effects. Your patients will love them, and they're very affordable. So this Magna Wrap is $28. It has the 6 magnets inside it already, or you can connect 2 together. I am also designing a back support right now. It is not done, but it will be shortly, to add for underneath your back braces or just to put on the back. So that's what the Magna Wrap looks like. And hopefully that if you would like to offer this to your patients, you can offer the jewelry, you can offer the Magna Wraps, and also I created a sleep mask because people were enjoying sleeping so much better wearing our jewelry. I decided to make a sleep mask that blocks 100% of the light, super lightweight, the most comfortable sleep mask that you'll ever have. I can't travel without it. I have people that tell me they just can't travel without it because there are 3 beautiful masks, one in the center over the pituitary, and one on either transcranially, so it helps with depression. You can use it for decreasing headaches. You can also boost your melatonin production by the magnets, as well as being in the 100% dark. So that is our sleep mask as well. And now, so I'm just going to quickly show us a little bit about what the jewelry looks like. We have so many bases. We call them bases. These are necklaces, but they're the base, just like an earrings would be or a bracelet would be. The base accepts the tudes. So we have a bases that just take a tiny tude. These are also every age group. We have children's lines. These are for younger girls who like a small necklace, or smaller women who like a small necklace. Rumor and Whisper, our newest ones, they're beautiful. For someone that, now there's the larger magnet, there's a base that takes 1 large magnet. I will say something to you guys because I get asked this a lot from other health professionals. What's the difference between the small magnet and the large magnet from a health perspective? From a health perspective, they are both 4,000 Gauss magnets. However, the larger the magnet has a larger field of influence in the body. So the larger magnet, I personally, if anybody has any health issues, I lead them to the large magnets and any of the bases that take the large magnet. If they don't have any health issues at all, then the tiny magnet is fine. They have 4,000 Gauss as well. The one other thing on our bases, there are some pieces that have not only one magnet, that they take a large magnet, but they have a hidden magnet as well. Zen is one of them. Swing is one of them. You'll see anything that has a asterisk has a second magnet buried inside. So it is like 8,000 Gauss in a small space. So solar has it. These 3 all have that, where you have an extra piece. Those you can actually shower with. The other ones you cannot because they have an exposed magnet. We have bases with 2 tudes, a tiny tude and a megatude. So we have a drift and twist and propel. These are all new. Vine takes 2 tiny tudes. We have trio that takes 2 tinies and a mega, so that's 3. Dusk. So there's lots on the website for you to see. This is actually portions of our catalog. Bracelets, very popular. Okay, bracelets. We have an artisan collection. We have a sports line. This is our children's line. Silicone bands. These can get wet. They have sealed magnets inside underneath there. so that those can be worn in the pool or having fun. There's some for adults as well. These are faux leather. They cannot be worn in the water. Here's Cirque that takes the large magnet, and Geo takes the small magnets. We have necklaces. I'm sorry, we have earrings. We have some earrings that take hoops, and these are little essential oils beads that you can add to. We also have diffusers you can add essential oils. There's a diffuser right there inside to add an extra boost of health into our jewelry as well. Okay, slider line. This is for adults or children. They are a little bit different. They don't interchange, they slide on, and these are permanently on the stainless steel, and the magnet is underneath. Children's line, we have a necklace, which those sliders can slide onto a necklace, even for young kids. They can't swallow it. These are foolproof. They cannot take those off, and they cannot swallow these magnets. So that was always an important thing for children. And so the children's line, there's their little necklace. They can take that slider and either put it on a silicone band, or they can put it on a necklace. And that's kind of what they look like. If they're a little bit older, we have smaller necklaces too, like this one that is interchangeable. And can't forget the men. We have men's line as well. A lot of our jewelry is unisex. So this is our Zen base right here, all the same all the same necklace, but different pieces on that Zen tude. This is ellipse. So you can make it masculine, this is a very popular for men, the Geo with just a little hematite in there. That's Cirque. This is our Atlas pin. There's a piece of clothing that goes in between that, but if people just will not wear jewelry for whatever reason, or they want extra magnetic support, you could use the Atlas and put it on anywhere, shirt, clothing, pajamas, underwear, anywhere you want to. People with shoulder issues. Until I had my wrap, this is what we used over hips, low back, SI joints. But now with the wrap, we use the wrap too. But for SI joints right now, and hip problems, great for your patients. And we can't forget our puppies, right? Our fur babies. These are my fur babies. And they live on the planet, right? So they're being exposed. They age faster than we do. And so we have the large magnets in here with double infrareds for increased blood flow, for arthritis, for hip dysplasias, aches and pains. We have reports of others wearing, when they put these tags on their collars, they're jumping and running more, running upstairs where they couldn't, jumping up on a couch where they couldn't. And they don't know what's on them. So we know there's no psychosomatic issues here. This is truly therapeutic. So if you have a dog, $30, get it on them, help them out as well. Our sports line, these you can get wet or sweat in them anyway. We just made it with a really soft silicone band that takes a Make It Junior, which is a large magnet but smaller stone. You can see those on the website. This is just examples of what you can do for ellipse. All the different, there's a diffuser, here's different shapes. We have every holiday, natural stones, manufactured, all of the same magnet. So all the same health benefits, but just up to choice and taste and price point. So here's Twist, an example of what you can do with Twist. Just the combinations are endless for what you can do. And that's what makes it fun, because it becomes a collection. So it's not a one-time sale. You're getting your patients to wear this beautiful jewelry, healthy jewelry, and then they want to wear it all the time because EMFs are 24/7. So we want them to match their outfits. They want to change it up. They can easily do that. Here's Zen. I'm wearing it now. I can show you when I take my camera off, just some of the things that you can do. And here's Atlas. It was put as a pin here. There's always a piece of clothing that needs to go, whether it's a scarf or a shirt or whatever, you want to have a piece of clothing. Those two magnets are too powerful to put together just on Atlas. Okay, and then our earring collection, we have even more, but I didn't get a chance to do that. We have some that you can put accessories that dangle, other things as well. So I'm never on my computer without my earrings around my brain. Okay, so there we go. So thank you for your time. I appreciate that. I hope this is valuable information for you and that it urges you to educate your patients on the dangers and the simple solutions that they can do to help their electrical health. We would love for you to join us in sharing our beautiful therapeutic Magnetude jewelry. I've been a wellness doctor, chiropractor. I went into doing this. And now I would love to have more chiropractors who already understand this share with their people the same. So it's easy to offer your patients little time from your practice. I know that's important. Basically, you get a replicated website, you send your patient to the website, they look things over, they order, we ship it, we fulfill it, you get a notification, and you get paid your commission. It's really that simple. You might want to, if you're an applied kinesiology specialist, I urge you to muscle test our jewelry against a cell phone. There's videos. I'm happy to talk to you further about that. But you can actually have the person that contacted you or shared this information, contact them. I have a special place in my heart for other chiropractors. So I would be happy to talk with any of you who would like to talk with me further on how I can help you get going with us. So please share that. Here's my information as well, Tracy with an E at magnitudejewelry.com. But the person that sent you this video and the link would be the person to contact first.